Raise your hand if you think traveling teaches lessons. Okay, I see many hands raising. We all are travelers out here. I started traveling from 2012 and from then I try to explore at least one new place every year. I would like to run down the memory lanes and explore or share the life lessons from my dream vacation to Thailand and Cambodia in 2018. As I grew up watching Dil Chahta Hai, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, Friends series, I had a dream of traveling abroad with my closest friends. So I, along with four other friends, decided to travel abroad and started planning right away. That brings me to my number one lesson, and that is planning is the key to success. We planned to travel Thailand and Cambodia during Christmas and New Year to make it more memorable. We joined Zoom calls to prepare the detailed itinerary, book tickets, and explore the listed places that we want to explore and the foods that we want to delve into. These all plannings had started 3 months prior to our travel days, and the excitement level of each day during this period was like being in cloud 9 anticipating the best travel experience ever. But one random day, just 1.5 months before the planned vacation, I felt like a character from a meme where one by one all the friends left out, back out, and only one person will be left. Do you know who that person was? Yes, it was me. Out of four friends, two friends were already in Thailand and Cambodia, not Thailand, I mean, Thailand studying and working, while two friends who were supposed to travel with me from here had backed out with their genuine reasons, so I could not even pressurize them. It didn't took even a minute to drop from cloud nine to ground. After hitting hard on that ground, I pondered, if not now, then when? That led me to comprehend my number two lesson. The show must go on. Easy to say, but difficult to execute. Convincing my parents to allow me to travel alone to Thailand was like finding a needle in a haystack. But with the beam of hope and assuring them that I will be fine with my foolproof plannings, they agreed after a week. After the approval, I started the cumbersome tasks of buying tickets, applying for visa, preparing the answers to say in the airport. However, though along with these plannings, there were some conflicts in Nepal airport, but with my attitude of the show must go on no matter what, had given me courage to handle these hurdles, and I finally sat into the plane and took a breath of relief. Yeah, here I come, Thailand and Cambodia, within few hours. Little did I know that 3.5 hours could feel like an eternity when sitting silently and even no guts to break that silence by saying a word to the person sitting next to my flight. That pointed me out to my number three lesson, and that is communication skills, which is very important in each and every part of our life. However, 9 out of 11 days I did not have to think about honing this skill because I was with my friends, traveling Cambodia, islands of Thailand, swimming in that ocean, snorkeling, watching mesmerizing fire shows, and walking in the beaches day and night. I was living my dream. But 2 days out of 11 days, I had to travel alone to Safari World, Grand Palace, and few temples of Bangkok. During this period, I had no other option than talking with strangers for asking for the directions, requesting for taking pictures, and knowing their cultures. Slowly and steadily, I started feeling comfortable initiating a talk with stranger. I remember while returning from Safari World, I shared a cab with two Indian travelers, and that Bangkok huge traffic even didn't irritate me when I was having deep conversation with that two Indian travelers. Not only that, while returning to Kathmandu, I had a splendid conversation with the person sitting next to my flight, and we that actually broadened my mind. As it is said, every person is like a book, and you could read whichever chapter you like by communicating. We usually look only at the cover page, but need to delve into the pages in order to broaden our perspective and build a better connection. Now, the fourth and the final lesson that I learned is learn to take risk. You might get lost or robbed or kidnapped. These were the portrait risks by my parents. What I feel is in traveling, we keep on taking risks time and again to explore, whether that be swimming in the ocean or walking in that dark mornings to watch that beautiful sunrise or sit in your cab with the strangers. The good news is we get to analyze whether that risk is worth taking or not. And the same thing applies to our life as well. But the biggest risk in life is not taking one. All in all, we come across plethora of lessons in our life. However, the number and the impact of lessons that we learn during traveling is powerful. Planning, then the so must go on attitude, communication skills, and this learning to take risks whenever needed are the lessons that has stuck in my mind from that dream vacation. Traveling makes us happy and compels us to step outside of comfort zone and thus gives an opportunity to explore ourselves. Thank you.
You, General Evaluator and Toastmasters Sanjana in particular that I'm addressing to. What a speech! Life lessons from traveling, and you came with four different lessons. You poked us. Give me one lesson that was a powerful body language that started with, and it was me. Those were very powerful body language. Run down from, that was a very powerful language, and the four lessons, those were very powerful body language that you amplified the meaning. My purpose was to look for what was your purposeful body language and unintentional body language. So when I was trying, I found many purposeful body language. I'll go for the unintentional part of the body language. Number one, the body language is this. Body language is also your torso, and the body language is also your stance. So, in terms of your facial expression, you were very pleasant, but some amount of frowning at times bring different emotions that you could have improved further. On this part of the body language, you had hands so much moved, but can you work on your torso, move, stoop, some variety of torso? Second, and in terms of stance, can you move further a bit to amplify the meaning? Tilt where required. So those where you can very well work on. Otherwise, I liked the four languages. I think you could have reinforced those 4 points, because as a aging person, I cannot remember those 4 points now. So it is very important that you 4 point, and the final recommendation is couple your body language with vocal variety. When your body language changes, you change your vocal variety, the way I'm doing it. And then only people will be reminded. Otherwise, the voice is in one way. If you keep changing your body language, language without coupling with the voice variation, that will not have impact. You had a wonderful session. Thank you, Sanjana. Keep working on this feedback that I've given. Thank you.